What is up, you guys? Thanks for tuning in to another one of my videos. Today I'm going to be trying a tasty recipe because Tyler and I like the sorbet so much. I decided that I wanted to try a pineapple chicken recipe. So what I've already done is I prepped the chicken bouillon. It calls for chicken stock, but I didn't have any. I'm boiling the water right now for the rice. I also cut and prep the chicken because no one wants to see me cut and prep the chicken thigh. But I do need to cut the pineapple. I went and got this earlier today. I looked online to see how to find a good pineapple. You're supposed to smell the bottom. And if you smell the pineapple, it means that it should be sweet and ready. I kind of can smell it, but I smelled like 10 of them and then I looked really crazy in the grocery store, like smelling the bottom of all these pineapples. And it does look sort of green, but the one in the Tasty video, which is called Tasty Pineapple Chicken, I believe. I will, of course, link it below in the description. But the pineapple that they use in there is actually kind of green like this. Tyler and I got a pineapple the other day and it was actually like, after like 2 days, it was kind of brownish, so we ended up throwing it away. So I got a fresh one. I also found, it's like SpongeBob's house. I also found hoisin sauce, which is an authentic Chinese cooking and dipping sauce. So the recipe only called for a tablespoon of this, but I didn't want to go without it because it seems super important. And this was like under $3, so Tyler and I will hopefully use these in more recipes. Okay, so I'm gonna attempt to cut the pineapple. Let me just throw my rice in here real quick. The recipe did not include the rice. I didn't realize that until the end, otherwise I would have already had that done. But to make good rice, I use white rice, and I'm gonna steam it. I got it in this big pot here because usually I'm just used to doing my rice in a big pot because normally we'll make like 2 cups. But to make perfect rice, and this is also according to Tasty, you gotta rinse it off. I'm not actually sure if they say to rinse it off. Rinse it off 3 times or until it's clear, the water runs clear, which removes some of the starch. And then you have the water boiling, you've already rinsed your rice. It's 1 cup of rice to 2 cups of water. You also want to add some salt in there, otherwise the rice can be really bland. You can always season it after, but if you season it with a little bit of salt, the rice is better. So we're gonna put it on a super low heat and we're gonna let it steam in this pot that has this like ventilation on the side for 20 minutes. Actually, we'll do 15 because I'm gonna do 15 minutes because it's just a cup of rice instead of 2. So, okay. This is my chicken broth that I prepared. It called for 100 milliliters. And I was doubting myself because I'm like,
okay, what's the conversion of that?
I look it up. 100 milliliters is a half a cup. And a half a cup is not as much as it looks like they put in the video. It looks like they put like at least a cup. So I don't know if they maybe like doubled the recipe and that's why it looked like more. Okay, I'm going to attempt to cut this pineapple. I'm gonna rinse it off first. We do have a pineapple coring tool, which is this guy. Super cool, but I want to get more out of the pineapple than what this offers. It just gives little ringlets. I want to like dig out all the flesh. So also, according to Tasty, and I'm sure a million other people, it's not like they invented rice or how to cook it. A good tip is to leave the rice. Like everything in me wants to take off the lid and stir it right now, but you have to leave it. And it's got to be on a low enough heat to where it's not gonna like scorch to the bottom, but it'll steam. So it'll be fine. We just gotta leave it untouched. I need a knife. Okay. Let's sharpen it to make sure, because when I cut my chicken earlier, I did not sharpen my knife, and then that left me with these like ugly chunky pieces. I don't care. It's all going in our stomachs anyway. Okay. So in the video, Hold on, I need to step off camera and just say a little prayer. Okay, so they go this way first. I'm not sure. Okay, we're just gonna do it. Ooh, yeah, I think I got that pretty much halfway. And then we're gonna go this way. Find a little cut. Watch your fingers. It's a little bit harder than I thought right here at the top. Okay. Open my laptop. Okay, we did it. It smells delicious. I think it's gonna be so bomb. It didn't come out exactly perfect, but that's okay. I can just trim it up and make it look real nice. So this recipe is a little extra because you serve it inside the pineapple. I don't know if that's extra. Okay, so now we gotta cut the middle out of the pineapple. I don't want to use that big knife for that. I have this little one. I'm just gonna cut along the middle. And then cut along the outside. And then maybe these will come out. Ah, I need a spoon. Oh my gosh, I literally bent my spoon. Okay. Okay, hold on here.
Ooh, okay, I see. Just gotta rip it out.
This is not as easy as they made it look in the video, but I don't think any recipe is ever as easy as it looks. Except for like cereal. But even then, I learned something interesting about cereal the other day. Apparently there's people who pour the milk first, and then they pour the cereal on top, so it's like always crunchy. Add it as you need it type of thing. Okay, I'm gonna cut some more off the side here because there's some meat hanging on that I wanna get. Okay, so that's what our inside looks like so far. It's got a lot of juice, so I don't want to dump it out, but I'm gonna go ahead and cut the other side, and then I'll see you guys in just a minute. Okay, hi, welcome back. So I've moved my rice to the other burner so that way I can focus on the chicken here. I finished cutting out the pineapple. Crud, I forgot about the garlic. I did one piece, but I need a second piece. Speaking of garlic, look at these massive heads of garlic that we got from a local farm. Oh my gosh, they're humongous. It's like almost as big as my hand. So I have peeled my garlic. I have one right here, but I'm gonna cut another one. So I really like doing the tasty videos because I feel like they just move so fast, but they don't show you the mess, the prepping, it's just sped up, you know, so I could just look up the recipe and read it, but I feel like it moves me along quicker if I have the video up and I'm just trying to follow it step by step and pause it along the way. So first thing in the pan is we're gonna do a tablespoon of oil. So I think I'm just gonna use olive oil. Hi, baby. That's my baby. So we have a tablespoon of oil. We need to measure that. We don't need to measure it. Hi. I love you.
A little cooking goddess.
And he gets the benefit from it because, you know, he gets to eat it too.
She learned from the best.
I did. You know, actually, to be honest, guys, I was not always the cook. I'm not even necessarily the cook now. That's probably about a tablespoon. 1 tablespoon of olive oil. Glug, 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 glug. I was not the cooking one. I was not the cook amongst the two of us. But recently, within like the last year or two, I've really gotten into cooking. I just, you know, Tyler's more of the cook that he's like inspired by things and he wants to make something entirely his own. And that is an art that I just don't possess because I put all this work into something and then I blame myself for it coming out wrong. So when I discovered how much I like to do recipes, that was just like life-changing for me, especially when there's something like tasty that just makes it so easy. And then when it's something like this, I had most of the ingredients already, so it's okay. So I poured the olive oil, I got the skillet on. We have 1 minute left for the rice. I'm gonna do it for 5 more minutes just so it can steam thoroughly. It's still on a low heat. So we did a tablespoon of olive oil. The next thing it calls for is the chicken thighs. So I cut those earlier, like I said. We got the chicken thighs right here, looking mighty fine. This might be an entire screw up, solely because they called for 6 chicken thighs and I only got 2 because I don't need to use 6 of them. That's a little bit excessive. Just me and Ty. So we're gonna dump the chicken in there. I don't know if I should maybe bring you guys up for a closer view. We're gonna get it nice and coated with that olive oil. Again, this is 2 chicken thighs. They called for 6, but we're not feeding 6 people, so. I'm gonna rinse this out with some hot water and put it aside to clean for later. I also tend to burn things, so I'm gonna keep this on a super low heat because what I have learned in cooking is that you can always cook something more, but you can't cook it less. So that's that. We have our chicken going. Salt and pepper to your taste. So I'm gonna just do probably like a half a teaspoon. Pepper, we really like pepper in this house. So I'm gonna do pepper. I'm gonna mix those up. This piece has something gross happening right there. We're gonna throw that away. Okay, it's already starting to cook. I'm gonna go ahead and bring you guys closer, I think. Uno momento, por favor. Chicken's about done. I'm gonna call it done. Let me just cut into one of these guys here. Yep.
Something smells delicious.
Yep.
Mighty delicious.
Ooh. Wait, let me zoom in on that. Oh, shoot. It actually does look quite delightful. We haven't even added all the goodies yet. Mmm. It might look a little like pinkish in the camera. Well, at least it does for me on my end over here. But I promise in person, it's completely done.
It looks perfect.
Okay. I love you.
I love you.
Okay, so now we gotta take this off. I'm gonna just put it in this bowl here. Okay, so now we're gonna add in the pineapple, which I'm gonna just, oh no, I knew I would lose one. Lila, I don't know if you can eat pineapple. No. That looks like a lot of pineapple compared to the amount that they have. You guys let me know in the comments. Can my dog eat pineapple? Lila, no. Thank you, baby. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to yell at you, but I'm not gonna risk it this time around. She's already gonna lick the juice, so can't really stop her there. Okay, so back to our pineapple. We're gonna stir this around and we're gonna add our ingredients right off the bat. Maybe I just got more out of my pineapple than they did with theirs, I'm not sure. So the first thing that it calls for is the hoisin sauce. So I got this, like I said, for under $3. Uh-oh, it has plastic on it. My pineapple's cooking by itself. Okay, hoisin sauce. 1 tablespoon. Mother of pearl. Okay, right now. Okay, so, ooh, it smells like ginger and soy sauce and teriyaki sauce all combined. So we're gonna do a tablespoon. Beautiful. And just a little extra for good measure because I know the smallest bit stays on the spoon. So we're gonna do that. Okay, and then after we add the hoisin sauce, we've got to add the soy sauce, I believe. Soy sauce, 1 tablespoon. Okay. So here's my soy sauce. We're gonna do 1 tablespoon. Okay. Ooh, it's already smelling so delicious. Oh my god. It smells so good. If you don't like pineapple on pizza, you're probably not gonna like this either. But you ain't gotta make it. Okay, so after our 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, we need our 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. So I gotta dry off my tablespoon here. Go into that lovely brown sugar. We're gonna do 1 tablespoon. Bam! Okay. After we've added the brown sugar, we're gonna add the tablespoon of garlic. So I have 2 cloves here that I have cut up. It's gonna be so delicious. It called for garlic paste, but number 1, we don't have garlic paste, and 2, we have so much fresh garlic, like a lot of fresh garlic. We always are stacked with garlic. Oh my Lanza, that's looking delicious. Okay, let's just let this, just push it all together, make them all friends, gather up friends, and just hang out there for a second. Let's turn the heat up. So this should start looking thicker, like a little bit more of a sauce. I'm thinking I might need to add a little bit more of everything because I have a lot of pineapple. But I'm just nervous because I don't want it to be too salty. It smells so good. Okay, so we're gonna add a little bit more hoisin sauce. Oh my god. Okay, we're gonna add a little bit more soy sauce and a little bit more brown sugar. You guys, it smells so good. Like, wow. Like, wow, it smells so good. I'm not sure what I can do to make this thicken up other than maybe just wait. Maybe it's... I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. Let me take a look at the recipe, the written portion. Oh, it's almost thickening up. Is it? Okay, so basically what I need to do is add this chicken stock, aka my chicken broth, which I had warmed up, so it's ready to go. And I don't see how that's gonna make it any thicker, but it says to let it cook for a few minutes. Did I just ruin it? I hope not. We're gonna let this simmer for a few minutes, if I don't knock my tripod over. And then I will get back to you guys. Okay, so I have now vacillated from this recipe a few times. Yeah, I added some brown sugar right now, which did thicken it up, but I may have like thrown off the recipe entirely. So I'm not sure. This might just be like a really like runny, like still delicious but not thick sauce. I'm really not sure, guys. It says to let it boil and it'll just like fold over, so hopefully, I mean, I'm not sure. Everything's boiling, but it's not folding. But it seems to have thickened up in the slightest. Stir on occasion, it says stir occasionally. See, I should be able to do this and like you can, it'll hold for a second. And this is way too thin. But it's not done, so hopefully it'll be all right. Once we add the chicken, it's gonna be bomb no matter what. I mean, it's already bomb. How can it not be? I don't know, guys. Okay, so if you guys do not know what ASMR is, you're gonna need to look it up because it's more than I can just explain right now. But what I'm about to do is attempt ASMR, but I'm halfway kidding, but I'm also like not. So if you don't know what it is, look it up. If you do know what it is, enjoy. So I know this is not what you came here for, but I just realized that I have a crinkly bag and I can do my very first ASMR video. While we have the pineapple sizzling, we're gonna take our Cheez-Its and we're gonna crinkle the bag real soft. Now we're gonna reach inside. Now we're going to bite the Cheez-It. Your girl loves some Cheez-Its. But this is what we came here for. So it seems to be folding, boiling, getting thicker. Maybe I was just being impatient. Oh yeah, look at that drag. It's not quite there yet. Let me bring you guys back up close so you can see. Lila is literally underneath the tripod right now. Lila, what are you doing? Okay. Let me bring you guys nice and close. Is that close enough? Okay, so what I was talking about was this like, uh-oh, now it's not doing it. This drag. See how you can see the pan for a second? That's kind of where it needs to be. It's still not quite thick enough, but before I couldn't do that and now I can. So like I said, maybe I was just being impatient. Let's give it another couple minutes. Okay, so the sauce is pretty much where I want it to be. It has a nice slow give. So I'm gonna go ahead and add the chicken in. So what I will note is that I think that this actually will be a perfect amount. We might have a little bit left over, but I do not understand because the thing is, I thought at first that they may have doubled the recipe, but upon watching the video like 1,000 more times, the chicken thigh is the only part that they double, or like there seems to be more. I'm sorry, that's a lie. The chicken stock, it kind of made it seem like there was more. So, I mean, I'm really happy with this so far. I haven't tasted it yet. It smells delish. I guess I should taste it, huh? It is tasty. Okay, so I'm gonna get a pineapple and a piece of chicken. And I'm gonna just blow on this for a second. And I'm gonna give it a go. Oh my god. Oh my god. You guys. It's so good. It's so hot. But it's so good. The pineapple's a little sweet. Kind of wish that it was a little like saltier. But I mean, what did I expect? It's pineapple chicken, like, oh my Lanta. What I'm gonna do too is just season it a little bit more. And I'm gonna just add some garlic powder, which we have in this little jar because we buy it in bulk. And let's see what else. I don't think anything else. Maybe a little bit of onion powder because I don't want to mess up the flavor too much. Or mess with the flavor too much. I don't think I'll mess it up by adding garlic and onion powder. I think it just like, I don't want to mess with it too much, okay? This is a tasty recipe, but at the end of the day, whatever you're gonna eat is what you're gonna eat. You don't need to follow any recipe. If you want to add more or less of something, if you want to substitute things, you're the one who's gonna eat it. So there are literally no rules when it comes to cooking, except for like certain ratios with baking and stuff. Like you have to be exact with that, otherwise you'll end up with like a cake that's hard as a rock or gooey. Nobody likes that. So I'm pretty sure that we're ready to plate this. Give me just 1 minute here. Artistry at its finest. And then, okay, here we go. Oh my god, a Lost Ranger. Alright guys, check it out. You can't even hardly really see the rice, but there's some there. I almost want to add a little bit more. Like maybe over here. And really just pack it on there, you know. It's hiding underneath the rice. You gotta dig for it. One last little drizzle. And I think we're done, guys. Let me go ahead and get Tyler, and we will try it and see what we think. Oh yeah. Are you ready?
I am.
I am too.
Oh.
Thank you, God. We said our prayer just now. And now we're gonna try it. I want you to try it, baby. The rice is cold, but the chicken's warm.
Yeah, you dropped some rice.
Uh-oh.
No. Oh, look at that. What is this? That's pretty bomb.
Eat it with a piece of
'Cause it's sweet.
pineapple.
But it has flavor other than sweet.
Tangy.
Yes.
Delicious.
Killing the game. Allison Mack.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna link the video down below. I hope that I'm in the frame for this. I didn't even check, but if I'm not, oh well. Anyway, like this video if you like it. Subscribe if you haven't already. And we're gonna enjoy the rest of our meal off camera. So see you guys next time. Laters.
Laters. Laters. Laters.
I'm so full. I didn't hardly eat today because I was like so excited to make this and try it. But like now I started and I'm like so full. What the heck? I'm so full. I can't. I'm gonna have to wrap it up and eat it like tomorrow or something. There's a lot left.
You barely ate any.
I know, but I was also snacking on it the whole time, like tasting
Dude,
it.
I'm still going hard. What the heck?
It's bomb, but I'm like, whoa. Filling.
She said it's bomb.
It's a whole pineapple and 2 chicken thighs,
You ever heard of Pineapple
rice.
Express? That's what this is.
but better. Hashtag not sponsored. I wish.
Look at this part. I like this part.
That's fun. Yours is way more flexible than mine. Look at mine. It's so stiff. That's really spiky.
You got a stiff one.
I got a stiff one. But it's the same one. So what did
I got a floppy, lightweight. You got a heavy, stiff hitter. Heavy hitter, stiff boy.
I'm so full. I'm gonna go to sleep now.